The season finale of the January 6th hearings is over. That's what happened yesterday. Yesterday being, of course, being a very difficult word for Donald Trump to say. We find that out from a blooper reel that was released during the hearings, which are both hilarious as well as damning. Take a look.
And if you broke the law, you can't say that. I'm not gonna, I already said you will pay. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defied the seat of justice. It's defiled, right? See, I can't see it very well. Okay, I'll do this. I'm going to do this. Let's go. But this election is now over. Congress has certified the results. I don't want to say the election's over. I just want to say Congress has certified the results without saying the election's over, okay?
But Congress is certified. Now Congress is
Yeah, right.
Now Congress
I didn't say over, so let me see. Go to the paragraph before. Okay? I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack yesterday. Yesterday is a hard word for me.
Just take that. The heinous attack.
Good. Take the word yesterday, because it doesn't work with the heinous attack on our country. Say on our country. Want to say that?
No.
My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote.
Oh, all right. Yesterday, it's a very, very hard word for me. Very hard. You know what? It had some real.
We'll do it live.
We had that kind of energy going on. Hilarious. Now hold on, Trump. I thought you knew. I thought you knew words.
I know words. I have the best words.
He has the best words. But apparently, he doesn't. He can't say yesterday. Not very good. Not very good at all. Now, it amazes me that people will look at this guy and think, oh, no, nailed it. He nailed it. And yet he got over 70 million votes. Now, look, we already know the man's brain is basically oatmeal. So let's get to the relevant parts, right? So, again, hilarious watching the bloopers. Yet, it's actually also, very damning as well. Because, look, there are things that he said or attempted to say and things that he couldn't say and refused to say. For example, he refused to say the election was over. It was over. Congress had already certified the results. You heard he and Ivanka talk about that. Ivanka saying they've already certified. Yeah. And again, he didn't want to admit it. Also damning, of course, is the fact that it took multiple takes for him to be able to say that attacking the Capitol was bad, like a bad thing, because understand that he didn't see it that way. He never saw it that way. During the hearing, of course, it was clearly laid out that he sat and waited for the rioters to do their thing without calling them off, despite the fact that everybody was begging him to call it off. That's information that we already knew. He would not do anything to try to dissuade the rioters from attacking Capitol Police. He knew what was going on, and he was watching it all unfold on TV. And only when it was clear that they were not going to achieve their objective of, and again, a lot of people ask, what was the objective of this January 6th rioters? They were never going to be able to hold the Capitol, but holding the Capitol was not the point. The point, of course, was the intimidation of Mike Pence, the intimidation of members of Congress to not certify the election. Because remember, this moron still has no idea how it actually works. He doesn't understand how our government works. He doesn't understand how elections work, apparently. He doesn't understand anything. He thought that Mike Pence had the unilateral ability to, first of all, ignore all the voters and just say, no, I believe that this guy should be president. Well, if you believe that, then you also believe that Kamala Harris decides who's president. And knowing Kamala Harris, she would probably declare herself president. She wants the job so bad. Probably more so than Trump. But the big crucial difference there is she's not willing to do an insurrection to get it. So that's a very, very important distinction there. Okay. But look, he wanted the crowd to basically go in and frighten Mike Pence, and then, do the a Green Bay sweep, of course, which was described in the Eastman memo. Peter Navarro bragged about it. Steve Bannon, of course, talked about it, where they were just going to just create absolute chaos in the count, delay the electoral counts, all that stuff, so that he could just go and assume power. And that was the plan. That was the plan. And we also found out during the hearing, of course, that during that time, Trump had chosen not to try to call them off. There's literally a camera on at old times in the White House, literally like 2 rooms away from where he was watching this all go down. He didn't want to make a statement against the rioters because he was with the rioters. And really, seems like he wanted to be there with the rioters. We had other witnesses during the hearing here that had talked about and corroborated the testimony of Cassidy Hutchinson, especially considering the Secret Service, which, by the way, now the Secret Service, the fact that those text messages are deleted, had been deleted, that is now a criminal probe. But look, for Trump, remember, he wasn't against the rioters because the rioters were doing exactly what he wanted them to do. Now, one last thing to point out is the end, where the mask definitely slips and you start to see the rage. Even with Ivanka, the Trump whisperer, to try to calm him down. Just a rage, just a little bit that you see. And you can only imagine how he actually looks when the cameras are off. It's scary.